Well, good morning, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is an exciting day here at Georgia Piedmont Technical College. I'm Dr. Tavares Holston. I'm the president here. It's my honor to serve you. And the reason that we're here today, it is a very significant event. We have a sponsor. We have a partner, a business partner who is with us. It's Amazon, and so they have decided to sponsor small businesses in the community. And so what has happened is Amazon has put up money and said, GPTC, how can we help small businesses? And what we came up with was, what better way than helping small businesses than to give them funds to actually expand it or either to establish those businesses. So what you're going to witness here today is there's going to be two $5,000 checks. So two businesses will walk away this morning with a check signed in their name based on their pitch. Based on their pitch. And so they're talking about their business. And so that's why we're here. We also have some, you may see some cameras moving through today. We're hosting a PBS documentary here on campus today, so you might see cameras kind of floating around. Just kind of ignore them the best you can. You might be on national television. I just want to put that out there just so you're aware. So you're not like, what's going on? So here's what you can expect, and then I'm going to do an introduction of our judges. Here's what you can expect. So each of these folks these businesses have gone through a one-week training session to make sure that their business plans and their marketing plans, that they're solid, and so they know exactly what they want to do with these funds. And so there were there was about 30 participants, and so those participants have been narrowed down to 10 who have the opportunity to present today. It's actually 9. That's where we are today. So we have 9 out of a group, of a larger group, and they have the pleasure of pitching in front of our Lions today. This is the Lions Den pitching event. And so when they come and make their pitch, we're going to hear 9 pitches. They have 5 minutes to make their pitch. And then the Lions have the opportunity to ask them questions for up to 5 minutes, and then we're going to keep things moving. So that's what you will see. Things are going to be moving quickly. I encourage you as the audience, feel free to respond and react in the ways that you feel comfortable doing so. And so, as I said, and then what we're going to do, for those of you who are here, we're going to have a brief recess once the pitches have been completed, and then the judges will go and deliberate. We're going to have a moment. Amazon is actually going to come and make a presentation. They have a special offer for those of you who are here. So there's something special coming from Amazon, just so you're aware. They're going to make a special presentation. We're going to welcome the judges back down, and they're going to reveal the Lions who will receive those two $5,000 checks. Did y'all hear what I said? Two $5,000 checks. Yeah, so we got to get you warmed up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So, what I want to do at this time, I want to take a moment to introduce our esteemed judges. And we're going to start on this side, so they can tell you who they are and why they are here and what their expertise is. So, judges, Lions, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Katrina Young. I'm the Business Retention and Expansion Manager for the DeKalb Development Authority. We're the economic development arm for the county, and I work with businesses large and small to see if there's any issues, concerns. Just check on them. We want them to stay in DeKalb. We want them to grow in DeKalb. We want them to hire our residents, and I love what I do. So that's what I do with the DeKalb Development Authority.
I'm Dr. Sheree Williams. I'm the Executive Vice President here at the college, and I oversee or coordinate with others in academic affairs and facilities, and I'm also a small business owner.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Good morning, everyone. I'm Mary Baxter. I'm the Vice President of Adult Education here at Georgia Piedmont Technical College. I've been at the college for 6 years and gotten to work with a variety of career pathway programs and adult ed. We provide ESL and GED classes. I'm excited to be here this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Joshua Williams, I'm Vice President of Economic Development here at Georgia Piedmont Technical College. Really proud to be here, happy to be here, happy to be a judge for today's event. I think it's a great opportunity for some great people to present and for the chance, for the opportunity for them to have a jump start I'll say, in a catalyst as far as moving their business forward. So I think it's a great opportunity for them today, and I'm happy to be here. In economic development here at the college, we focus on continuing education and business and industry training. So small business development is right up our alley over in economic development. We're proud to be a part of this event and looking forward to all the great contestants for today.
Give it up for our esteemed judges. Thank you so much, judges, for your time and commitment here today. So, without much further ado, and as I said, feel free to interact and encourage and engage as you see fit. We want the energy to be high so that these business owners, these are folks who will be serving us in our communities in some way. Let's let them feel the love as they're coming up the pitch. What do y'all think about that? That sounds good. Okay, well, because we like to get things moving pretty quickly, we're going to get ready to hear our first pitch. What do you think? So Lions, are you ready? Are we ready to welcome people to the Lions Den? All right, so up for here we go. So for $5,000 on the line, two $5,000 cash prizes. Oh, let me also say this. So y'all get, I got you worked up. It's like we're actually, once the pitch competition is over, I want to give a little recognition to our executive director of the foundation, Dr. Sonia Hunt. She'll actually be stroking the check. She is wearing green today for a reason, so I'm just saying. So that's the money lady, if you need some money. No, not really. Okay. So what we're gonna do, let's get back on track here. We're gonna introduce our first pitcher. And so the first person to be welcomed to the Lions Den is Dr. Ashley Wood. Everybody welcome Dr. Ashley Wood.
From the pain that's been interrupting your life. Imagine sleeping deeper, thinking clearer, and finding peace from the stress and anxiety that so frequently is part of our lives today. This is what I offer at my practice. My name is Dr. Ashley Wood, and I'm an upper cervical chiropractor, and I don't just help people feel better, I help them heal better. My patients struggle with migraine, headache, chronic illness, and just to shine a light on this clientele, 39 million Americans suffer from migraines. 1 in 5 Americans are living with some kind of chronic illness. And this accounts for $13 billion lost annually in productivity. So this doesn't just affect, us. This affects the world, right? We are losing out on a lot. So what I do is I help these people. And I do this by affecting the nervous system. So your nervous system acts a lot like a highway, from your brain to the rest of your body. And what happens oftentimes in our highways is we have traffic jams. Well, there's this bridge from your brain to the nervous system called your upper cervical region. And this is what frequently gets the most misaligned. And when, as we know, if there's a traffic jam in the city, we're gonna feel the effects of it in the suburbs. And your body works a lot of the same way. So, what I do is I take these advanced imaging. This is a 3D image, it's a CBCT scan, and I can see exactly how your body has misaligned and what has been affected by it. I can create a customized adjustment that I can easily clear and gently clear that misalignment and reduce the interference so the traffic is clear and we can all get home safer. And what that accounts for is that means your body starts to heal. And so that healing actually lasts a lot longer when you have a customized adjustment that lasts and holds, so your body can restore, your brain and body are connected. Patients report, 95% of actually my patients report a decrease in the symptoms, in the duration, in the intensity, and the frequency of the symptoms they're encountering. Even more importantly though, is that they state that they are better able to manage stress and anxiety, which is what we all want, right? And so they're better able to show up in their job as a parent and whatever else that's going on in their lives, they're better able to manage their lives. And that's my mission, is to guide people back to wholeness by restoring the harmony between the brain and the body and usher in deep healing. And my vision is to expand that. I want to see more people feeling the relief that is that is offered for them. And I want to expand that by them knowing more about this. I'm actually only 2% of chiropractors practice this way, and so it's a very limited amount of people who can offer this, and a lot of people need this. So, already, I opened in February, and already I've seen steady growth. Like I said, 95% of my patients get better faster, and so that actually accounted for, I did an NPS survey, which kind of tells how well everything is doing, right? And 10 out of 10, which means 100% of my patients would recommend me to someone else. So that's primarily how I've been getting new patients so far, is just someone getting relief and then saying, hey, you need this relief too. But what this grant would offer is an ability to invest in strategic marketing so that I can be, instead of the 4th or 5th try in these patients' lives, they're able to find me faster and they can know the hope and restoration that's waiting for them. This grant specifically, I would use it 50% with marketing, again, really just branding and marketing so that people know that this is out there and I can better serve the community. 30% would be to update the technology in order to see those images. And then 20% would be to get out into the community more, join things like the Chamber of Commerce and other networking groups and community organizations. So again, the community is aware that this healing and this hope is out there. So finally, I just want to thank you for your time and for your attention. And I want to invite you in to this healing journey, because when people heal, they're able to better show up in the world, which means that they can help heal the world. Thank you.
Mike is no.
Hello? Hi, thank you for sharing that. Quick question, how else do you market other than word of mouth?
Social media, website, Google. A lot of the grant would actually go towards increasing my visibility, having like signage and more like flyers and word of mouth connecting. And a lot of it is partnering with local businesses, going in and meeting a lot of people. So right now, I'm a one-man show, and I just meet every single person I can and just share, you know, and hope they have migraines, which not as always this, but yeah.
All right, and my last question, what other challenges do you see or foresee that is going to be present in regards to you being able to market your product?
As far as marketing goes, really just hiring would be the best option. If the 5 grand won't quite get us there, but 10 or 15 could allow me to hire a social media coordinator. Oftentimes, I'm very clinical minded, and a person who doesn't understand this the way that I do can offer more insight and be like, actually, if you explained it this way, like the traffic analogy, not me. Someone else gave me that one. Yep. So things like that, hiring someone else who's good at marketing. I'm good at this. So that challenge, but I would also say a challenge is the space. But this is just one of those things that as we grow, we can offer. So right now I have CBCT imaging, but they have to drive, it's only down the road, it's like 3 miles, but it would be so much more convenient for everyone if that was in-house. But as we grow, there'll be funds to be used for that. Yeah.
Where's your business located?
Downtown Decatur, next to the Chick-fil-A, if you guys know the area. I'm in that little building up there, yeah.
So you said what you do is 2% of what chiropractors do. Can you explain a little bit more the difference between what you do and what a normal chiropractor does?
Absolutely. I actually cut that part out. So I was like, no one's gonna care about this. Okay, so 2% of chiropractors focus specifically on the upper neck. Now it's worth noting, I adjust the whole spine. I look at the whole body. Your whole body is part of the problem, but I start at the upper spine because that is the keystone. That's what kind of, it's like the rudder to the ship, keeps things moving. So only 2% of chiropractors take this in-depth imaging and adjust the way that I adjust. Now, another notable fact is most people, when they think chiropractor, they think crack, crack, pop, pop, and they think of those YouTube videos where there's some guys like on the thing, like yanking them. Never do that. But that is not me. So I actually keep everyone in a very neutral position, and I gently and like specifically adjust them based off of the measurements. What I didn't get into here is I actually measure the angle between the joints, and so I can see how Atlas, your C1, has slipped off of its space, and I measure that angle so I can directly go in at that angle and create a holding effect. So that's also a big separation, is most chiropractors are looking for, like, let's move the joint and restore movement. This is about holding alignment, and that's why the healing happens. Is so your body is actually the thing that's doing the healing. I'm just moving the bone. And so when I move the bone, it's better able to restore that connection, and so the healing lasts. And so what I look for each visit is Atlas holding, is your neck holding, and that's how I measure success.
Do we have time for one more question? Do you know where the nearest chiropractor is who also practices this way?
Yes, he is who takes my imaging. He is my mentor. He's over in Virginia Highlands. I'm the only woman upper cervical chiropractor in the city, which is notable because 80%, I think it was 65% actually, of these sufferers are women. And so, and honestly, like oftentimes they need a woman's touch, or they feel more safe being able to relax in this space and rest. And so I'm the only woman in this city, but the nearest upper cervical practice is 3 miles away. No, just thank you for your attention, yeah, and appreciate the questions.
All right, everybody give it up for Dr. Ashley Wood. Great pitch, Dr. Wood. What a great way to get started. So we're going to keep things moving. You can see that the competition is fierce, so the bar has been set. So we're getting ready for our second pitch. And this is going to be Miss Charlene Fitzpatrick. Come on up to the line, Charlene.
Lions. I am here asking for $5,000 investment in people, performance, and purpose. Have you or anybody in your class or training or organization ever wanted to move from where you are to where you want to be as an organization, and you did it with training but didn't see any results? Well, that's because over 60% of what you learn, you forget after 24 hours. Or maybe you know someone who is actually just happened to have lost their job, and they have no fault of their own, and now they have all these skills and these capabilities, but they don't know where to begin. Well, that's what we do. We help people, we teach them how to learn different, lead, and become different people in organizations and within their own careers. Good morning, I'm Charlene Fitzpatrick, the CEO of H3C, Human Capital Consultants Consortium. And I must say, as a loyal Amazon member since 2003, consecutive years, and a DeKalb County resident for more years than I care to count, I have actually seen where innovation and investment in the community actually changes lives. So I've seen that. But here's the thing. What impacts me and my organization is when I see people and we're able to help them reach their potential. And that's what we do. And so, with your $5,000, if you were to give it to me, we will be increasing a few things in our organization in order to make that happen. So 2 priorities will take place. That'll be Career Compass, scholarships for people who have been displaced from work and need some assistance in order to do that. And then the other half of that will be for scaling our organization in order to prepare for 2026, because we've already started to win some things, right? And so these changes, these problems that people have, it's interesting because everyone, both industry and individuals, people spend billions of dollars on training. But if they don't have behavioral change, it doesn't matter. And so that's the gap that H3C fills. That's what we do. And so how do we do it? We do it with our Learn, Do, Be model. And it is very good. It teaches learning how to stick. So first, the practical thing is we take relevant concepts directly tied to what you need to change, right? And we teach that to the participants. And then they apply those things with examples and activities, and they're doing them, right? And then the next thing that happens is with all of this repeat doing, they become it. And so then they can become part of who they are as leaders and as employees. Now, this model powers both our corporate training and our Career Compass program. And I know you're thinking, well, that sounds good, Charlene, in theory, but does it really work? It is transformation in action. And how do I know this? Because we've been doing it for over a decade. The logos that you see on the slide there, those are just a few examples of our clients who have had those sort of impacts. And what we would love to do, and by the way, 80% of them always come back and want additional assistance. And we love adding logos. See that question mark up there? We would love to add a couple if you don't mind. So who are we exactly? We are a Georgia-based boutique consulting firm with a global reach. And we have become what our name is, a consortium of human capital experts. We deliver people-focused solutions via 3 centers of excellence, right? Organizational effectiveness, talent transformation, which is what I'm talking about today, and then workplace compliance. And so, Lions, I don't know if you know this, but the market for workforce transformation industry is $70 billion. And it grows from 6 to 8% every year. So our strategy is to grow, okay, is to expand through private industry, state, local, and county government contracts, collaborating through our co-opetition, and if you want to know about that, I can tell you about that later, participants with larger multi-year projects, and then scaling our digital learning programs, starting with Career Compass. So, Lions, in conclusion, we're asking for $5,000, just in case you forgot. A small investment with a big ripple effect. So, I'm Charlene Fitzpatrick, the CEO of H3C, where we don't just train people, we transform workforces. Thank you for your time and your attention, and now what questions do you have?
Okay, so my first question is, what is your current referral process?
So, when you say referral process, what do you mean?
How do you get those individuals or organizations?
Oh, so our sales strategy. So we do have a referral process, but we also have a marketing campaign. We also speak and go out to various events and the chambers, and things like that. So we have a lot of, and we do a lot of contracting, so we fill out a lot of proposals, and we have a pipeline crew that actually goes and searches for opportunities where we can assist.
And my last question, you talk about master level practitioners, but who are your advisors or counsel that you go to when we talk about behavioral change and changing cognitive processing? Who is on your staff?
So we do actually have individuals that are licensed regarding behavioral change. And we have some doctorate type people. I'm not one of them, as you can see, based on my language. But we do have those who are certified in things where we help people change behavior. We've studied it. I've actually studied it, even though I'm not that person who has a doctorate degree. But how to change behavior, because it's different. It's one of those things that you have to continuously do. You don't change behavior by going to training. That's just the first step. You change behavior by practicing the things you learn after the training in a repeatable process. And that's what we do.
Excuse me, how is it identified the behavior they need to change? It themselves share, or when you do an assessment?
Well, we do assessments, but usually it's based on what our clients' needs are. So typically, our clients are either organizations, government entities, And so when they come to us or when they're looking for assistance, there's a problem. There's always a gap whenever any organization is trying to move to someplace different, even an organization like this one. There's a gap from where they are right now to where they want to be. And most people forget about the people, even though, how are you going to make those changes if the people aren't involved? So what we do is we help them to see, we do strategic planning as well. So we help them to see where the people are involved, and then we outline what that process is from here's where you want to be, well, here's the gap, so let's see how we get you and your people there.
And my last question, where are you located?
We are located in Chamblee, Georgia, right here. I love questions, this is good.
How did you develop your model?
How do we develop our model? I've been in the human capital space for over 3 decades. And so it has come in the leadership development and learning development. And so it has come over time. What we experience probably, and I'm a 5th generation entrepreneur, and my first company I started in 1998, which was also in learning and development in HR. And so what we discovered, me and my colleague, my business partner, we discovered that we do these trainings, and we have probably 25 people on our staff that do these trainings, but there was no change. And so when we figured out that there was no change in behavior, then it's like, okay, well, what's the problem? So then we started consulting with some of the people on our team that have the higher educational levels in those areas, and then I started doing really a deep dive. And that's how we discovered it. So it was sort of trial and error, but that was a long time ago. We figured it out pretty quickly.
One quick question.
And how do you measure the change that you're looking for, the behavioral change?
So we set up, we do an assessment with our client. We do a discovery session with our client. And so the one question that we always ask is, how will you know if this has been successful? Not just the project itself, but also how will you know if you're seeing the change you want to see? What that does is give us the end result, and we work our way backwards from there. And we also use KPIs, and measurements to track, and we keep track of these things as well. Good question. He had a question. He get to ask his question. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Everybody do that when we get ready to hear our third pick. So let me just say this. It has been, the competition is fierce already. We've heard 2 great pitches. And so what we want to do now, it is time to hear our third pitch. Are you ready, Lions, for this third one? What do you think, audience? Yeah! All right, so at this time, we're gonna welcome to the Lions Den, Miss LaToya Lott. Come on, Miss Lott.
Good morning. We are LDLCraftDesigns.com. In a world where 65% of working parents and over half of employees report burnout, LDL Craft Designs offers a hands-on solution, a space where creativity meets emotional health and mental well-being. I am LaToya Lott.
And I'm Linda Lott.
And we are the founders of L&L Craft Defines. After 15 years of dedicated work at the United States Department of Labor, I experienced job loss. After what could have been an ending became a new beginning. Drawing on my background in communications and lifelong passion for creativity and community service, I decided to take the leap into full-time entrepreneurship. Around the same time, my mother relocated to Atlanta after working more than 30 years with the NBA in the healthcare industry. Together, we combined our expertise, our creativity, and shared vision, and L&L Craft Defines was born. We believe that art is therapy in disguise, and creativity can heal one crafty activity at a time. In Metro Atlanta, especially Decatur, There's no shortage of art studios and event spaces. But what's missing is a creative hub centered on wellness and connection and community. Most people don't need another paint and sip night. They need an experience that restores their peace, their purpose, and is healing to their spirit. Last weekend, we hosted Craft the Cure, our affirmation art experience for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The women who attended worked in healthcare, and one of the customers was 6 weeks post-op of her mastectomy. Her Google review said, "That was one of the most beautiful and meaningful paint and sips I have been a part of. This meant so much to me. Miss Toya and Miss Linda were both wonderful with helping us create my painting." Our research shows that creative activities can reduce cortisol levels up to 75%, boost dopamine, and improve overall emotional well-being. Creativity is more than a hobby. It's a tool for mental health. But most adults don't have the safe, accessible space to create freely. That's where L&L Crafty Finds can have a phenomenal impact. L&L Crafty Finds is an LLC founded in July 2025, that's this year, and you can find us on all social media platforms at L&L Crafty Finds and online at lnlcraftyfinds.com. We host rotating classes that revolve every week. Our target audience includes ages 25 to 55, professionals, parents, and families seeking affordable hands-on self-care experiences. Traditional paint and sips focus on entertainment. We focus on entertainment and emotional health and wellness transformation. Our studio offers hands-on instructor-led classes, which are designed to help people slow down and tap into joy. Here's a video from one of our customers.
Here's your reminder to grab your friends and try something crafty after work this week. We checked out L&L Crafty Finds in Decatur, Georgia, and it was honestly the perfect after-5 activity. The owner, Latoya, showed us how to make a delicious passion fruit lemon drop and then led us through a wood burning class where we made our own fall decor. Now, I'm not a crafty girl, but this was fun, stress-free, and helped me switch gears after a super long work week. It got my creative sides going, and that cocktail was definitely hitting and needed. So if you're looking for something new to do to unwind after a long week, check out L&L Crafty Finds. And remember, your life is meant to be lived, and you don't have to wait until the weekend to do so. Bye, guys.
With your support of this $5,000 micro grant, we'll expand our impact in 3 strategic areas: marketing expansion, community and professional workshops, ongoing website management. In this next year alone, we aim to impact over 1,000 individuals through our social experiences, collaborations, and community and wellness initiatives. We've connected with local colleges and hired interns from Spelman College and Kennesaw University. We are invested in the next generation of creative leaders. Every dollar helps support us expand these opportunities, turning passion into purpose and creativity into careers. L&L Crafty Finds exists to remind people that health and wellness are not luxuries, they're necessities. You can find us again on all platforms at L&L Crafty Finds and lnlcraftyfinds.com. Thank you. What is the cost of the experience? So our costs range from $55 to $65. So we offer our signature experiences, our wood burning, which is $55, and we also do martini mixology, which is $65, and we do art affirmations, which is $45, and all of our other crafts, it varies. We do custom doormats, everything revolves.
So let's just take the wood burning for an example. The material cost, what's the profit after you have used the material?
The profit after, we just opened in 3 months, so we've been noticing 3 months, that we've been seeing an increase of people come in, but if we were to have a full class of 24 and we're doing this, we can see in a year 357,000.
Where about is your facility located in the
It's
city?
located off of Glenbrook Road, right off of 285. 4421 Glenwood.
Any other questions, Lions?
So you said this is different from your traditional sip and paint experience. Can you talk a little bit more about what the difference is?
Yes, so me as a person, as a customer, I have been to these. I love to do new things. I've been to paint and sip. I've been to candle making. But what I found is that you don't return after you go one time, unless you're going with a different group of friends. So I wanted something that revolves, that, you come to us this week and, oh, you're doing that in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be back. So I wanted to keep something that said, keep a customer and give them different things. I'm focusing on health, mental health. In this space that we're in right now, as you see, I transitioned from Miami to Atlanta. I worked in healthcare. I worked through the whole pandemic. And that experience right there kind of got people on a lot of different feelings. So when you walk into our center, we want you to make our studio, you're in a different place, and you're here to unwind. This is your creation. It is no mistakes in there. And the whole goal is to just make you have a relaxing feeling and things like that. And as we've gone to some of those different things like that, no one is there to give you hands-on. They just kind of give you the equipment, and that's it. We're there to help you guide through it, make you understand that this is your art. There are no mistakes. So when you do something and you don't understand, or you're painting something like that, those ladies that came in from healthcare, they took the boxing gloves, breast cancer boxing, and they really changed it. Every last one of them walked out with a different look. So that's the goal. Sorry, not to take more time, but in our research, we found the granny core effect. It's where Gen Zs and millennials are looking to do more things like their grandparents, from crocheting to knitting. So that is the other true thing that we wanted to bring crafts back to life.
So I appreciate you all for doing something like this. I've experienced something like this, but not with the wellness side to it. I think there's a great connection there. But I ask is, do you know about how many people that you served, over the past 3 months?
We probably served about 20 people.
Okay.
We started our first class in September. We went from 1 to 4 to 7 to now 10. So,
is it just on the weekends, or what are
so
your
our
hours?
classes are Friday and Saturdays. Fridays at 7 and Saturdays 3 and 7. And because we're still new, we're centering more classes on Saturday until we see an influx of more people. We got some offerings for coming in to do corporate team building. One of our customers we had in there, she's a personality at one of the local radio stations, and she wanted us to come and do team building with the ladies there at the radio station.
That's great. And how do customers, most of your customers, how are they finding you right now?
Right now, exposure is our biggest thing because we're new. We hosted a content creator night where we offer content creators to come, and they have been posting our videos. Many of the customers have said they found us on TikTok, Instagram, and Google. We run an ad on Google as well.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. Oh, sorry.
Are you planning to expand any other crafts? Do you have any other crafts in mind that you want to add to your
So we're doing these signature events kind of to get through this quarter, but I have a list of all types of crafts. And, our interns are, they're young, and one of them crochets. So I've given her freedom to come up with some of our January classes because she wants to learn how to do event management. So we're also leveraging that. Oh, we did a focus group. We forgot, we did a focus group. And so before we got this far, we invited our friends and family from different places, all over Atlanta, from Woodstock to Powder Springs, for them to tell us, would you come this far to go to here, would you pay this? And they were all positive.
Thank you so much. So Ms. Locke, does that sound like a $5,000 Michael Bell opportunity? Here's the good news, it's not for us to decide. So thank you so much. The judges are having a hard time, I can already tell. I we've heard 3 great pitches, and so it's now time for the 4th. You know, I heard something about mixology, so I like the idea of mixing up the business a little bit, and maybe mixing up some other things. But anyway, let's get ready for our 4th pitch. We're going to keep things going, and we're going to ask Mr. Curtis Kenny to come into the Lions Den. Mr. Kenny.
Imagine a world where mental health support is actually, instead of it being just delivered, it's actually experienced. Right? That's what Health Coach VR is. It is merging virtual reality and real mental health therapy. So it's going to transform how patients and organizations engage behavioral health support, and we feel like it's going to be the next big thing. But first, the problem is that 65 to 77% of the U.S. population experience work-related stress and burnout on an annual basis. I think we all can relate to it. Also, 8.5% of the U.S. adults, they have anxiety and depression on a daily basis or experience that. And on average, it takes about 6 weeks to make an appointment with a therapist. So these are gaps. The solution that we have is simple. Health Coach VR uses immersive therapy, AI coaching, and telehealth integration to help bridge that gap to where we have access areas of fall. VR therapy, AI coaching, and analytics are used for organizations to see where they are, how employees are progressing in their journey. There's multiple ways of accessing it. These 2 that you see here are laptop and mobile versions of virtual reality, right? It currently exists. We have an MVP model, which means that we have something that exists currently today. And that's what, as you can see, our little sign there. You can also use the headset, the VR headset, which puts you in that immersive environment. You'll look at your virtual reality hands. You'll be actually in the office. That's a picture of me and two other colleagues above the fireplace. And that's actually a avatar version of me. The therapist will be in that environment, and they'll also meet you. You hit your mic on your phone or your laptop, and you can talk to them. So it's not just a headset. You can use it anywhere. Just talk through the mic, and it's completely HIPAA secure. Also, here's one of the environments that we're working on now. It's called Conquest VR. This is another one that we're working on, where you can build out immersive environments, guided activities, and support-based system to help patients navigate depression, anxiety, and stress. Everything is guided by a therapist. So they're not going through this alone. They're actually being supported by the therapist that's with them, either in the virtual sense or actually in office, in person, with the goggles on. Market opportunity is pretty huge. The U.S. mental health market is a $100 billion industry. When you look at the VR healthcare market, $16 billion. Corporate and telehealth segments, $2.5 billion. So there's a lot of room to make money in this space. We feel like our unique value proposition is the fact that we blend in the licensed counselors, AI, and immersive technology. The dual B2C subscription and employee base, we'll talk more about that later, and also is extremely scalable, as you know. We have a go-to-market strategy that's addressing some of the universities, behavioral health systems, school districts. That's kind of our phase 1. Phase 2 is going to be our licensing platform to the therapist, and phase 3 is going to be direct to consumer. It's HIPAA compliant. We go through all the clinical protocols. We work with therapists to build these environments so they're effective. Also, the experienced team is B2B healthcare. They have experience in B2B healthcare sales, HR recruitment and training, mental health, and also VR technology. One of our engineers actually works for Meta, so he helps build the one you just saw. It's just really just a snapshot of the outside. Here's some of the business model, revenue streams, B2B, $5 to $10 per employee per month. This is what the therapist component is, what we would charge therapists to build these therapeutic environments for them. So we can also sell directly to the mental health therapists themselves. And we actually do the B2C. We would love to use the 5,000 to build more pilots, target other industries. We have a $520,000 annualized revenue projection, $250,000 pre-seed to build out the platforms, pilot in marketing. We have a pilot right now going on at Tuskegee University. That's me. That's my other therapist that helps build out. She does a lot of facilitation and training. She's in HR, and I'm Coach Cannon. Ask your brother. Love to entertain any questions at the time.
Thank you for your presentation. How long have you been in business?
Since 2019, this is a second phase of our business. Our day-to-day, and this Access Recovery is my company. So what we do is occupational health, and we do occupational and mental health at the workplace. So those are our on-site services. This is what we consider our off-site service.
And,
Yeah.
where are you located?
Tucker and Birmingham, and we'll open an office in Huntsville, Alabama. So we have one in Tucker. We just got here in Tucker around May, but we started out in Birmingham. We're just expanding. You know, we're expanding. We're having a lot of good traction, a lot of good attention to this. People like it.
About how many patients have you seen approximately?
No, we're in a pilot phase right now, so it's pre-seed. We don't have any, this part of our business has not generated revenue yet. Part of the 5,000 is to continue to build out more environments that we kind of show here, like Quest Conquest. We want to build more environments where the data can actually build more of a case to make sales.
So in therapy, the body speaks louder than your words. So how does the VR pick up any type of body responses that the therapist needs to address?
A lot of it is around PTSD and phobias. So one environment that we're working on is where you can be in front of a mic. It's actually a 360 camera view. And these are like a real, it will show essentially what you see here. So people that have speaking phobias, talking to crowds, it'll actually, the therapist is working with you, monitoring heart rate, see kind of, you get graded. It's almost like self-reported, like how would you feel on a grade 1 to 10. And again, all of this is developed by the mental health therapists themselves. Like, so they help us build the environments and say, hey, what would you do here? So I don't know all of the stuff that they would want, because some of it is different and kind of, you know, it's more of a preference of that therapist. But the idea is that it's heart rate sometimes, is self-reported data, and obviously since the therapist is with them, they're able to ask some other questions.
So the therapy is actually happening in that moment, and it's not a preset therapeutic intervention or model.
Correct. So when the goggles happen, you're in the office with the clinician. That's important to know. Now, on the mobile and also the laptop component, that's like maybe when you're home or when you're away. You can actually go into the clinic. Your therapist will have an avatar there, like you saw the avatar. He'll meet you in the clinic. You hit the mic on your phone, and y'all can talk to one another. And also it helps with stigma, right? So many people don't want to be seen going in the clinic. You know, people talk about very uncomfortable things. My mouth is but the main thing is that it allows people to get the help they need without fighting the stigma. Because some people will never go through those doors just because of what people see in them. Right?
So for those people who don't go in to see a therapist, how do they access the headsets and goggles and get all the equipment for it?
Well, we want to make it to where they are seeing therapists. We want them to be connected to other therapists. We have a group of therapists that we work with on our own. They help us pilot some of this. So we have a group of therapists that right now help us deploy this and pilot it with Tuskegee. But what we want to do with the money is to get more therapists on board to sign up to say, hey, listen, if we don't have the capacity on one end, we want to have our own network of therapists to say, hey, we have a support group of therapists that know how to use health coach that can teach you how to go through the modalities.
Enjoyed everything. My question is, when you talk about getting more therapists on board, how does the 5K help you do that?
I think the idea, we want to create what's like a private portal for them so they can sign up and see kind of how the modalities are broken down, some of it, kind of select let them choose, like, well, get a better understanding of the type of therapy they deliver, right? Maybe it's couples therapy, maybe it's, you know, child therapy, but the idea is for to recruit them as just an alternative to insurance-based. And again, this is not an insurance, we don't file insurance claims, it's a direct pay model. That's also very attractive to them, because a lot of therapists, they hate insurance only because the reimbursement is not great. Especially when you talk about Medicare, Medicaid, that kind of stuff.
Another question, if we have time.
Yeah.
No time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be here if anyone wants to talk to me offline. I'll be here.
Everybody give it up for Mr. Cannon. Man, we're talking VR. We're doing high tech stuff. What are we doing around here? Man, I love these business ideas, and it's exciting to be able to help two of these pictures at least get $5,000. So remember, there's a $5,000 check that's going to be signed by the lady in green, the money lady here today. So we're excited about that. So, are we ready to hear a little bit more? We're going to keep it going. We are halfway. We're getting closer to the end. We're in the middle, and we're on the back half. Lions, thank you for what you're doing. I know you have some tough decisions to make, and so we're going to make it tougher by calling Mr. Stephen Lott out to the Lions den.
So the reality is that business owners don't guess. Like from the best companies, they don't guess. They have a C-suite, and that helps them make choices. And these C-suites are usually use large frameworks that they get from business schools, right? They went to, and so they use the balanced scorecard, the McKinsey 7 framework, the Pestel analysis. And they also use the dynamic capability theory. And what ends up happening is that small business owners, they do have tools, but these tools don't help them work. They don't necessarily help them to decide. And so in these tools, it creates what I like to call a decision deficit. So in this decision deficit, small business owners are usually operating blindfolded. And through my research, the data shows that there are 33 winning small businesses, and 82% of them fail because of poor financial decisions. And then 68% of these decisions are usually made by instinct, per QuickBooks. And for minority businesses, 1 to 3 minority businesses close within 5 years. So then, to me, that shows we have a really big crisis. It's not what we're giving, it's what we know, and then how we use what we know to make those choices. And so what I created was a solution. And this solution is called the Catalyst Wheel. And so through the Catalyst Wheel, I was able to use my research to synthesize all of these frameworks, all these analysis tools to be able to get into one app to allow businesses to put their information inside the app, assess it, visualize it, be able to show you what's going on with your business, and then be able to interpret and analyze what's going on, and then after that app, give you a roadmap to show you where we're going. And then so in this, we're able to use the 7 core issues, the 7 core things that actually work for a business. So we have operations, we have management, we have leadership, we have marketing, right? So all these things that goes on inside a business, these are the things that we want to put inside to be able to show, where we are, where our strengths are, where we're vulnerable, and then how can we improve from there. And even though I talked about the SaaS market not necessarily being as effective, for small businesses in the area that I'm talking about, it's still a relatively large business. It's probably the largest business that is improving. SaaS is software as a system. Software as a system. And so what's happening is that what we see is that the software as a system market is 150 billion currently, and in 10 years, by 2023, which is 5 years from now, it'll be at 280 billion. My goal is to capture at least 1% of that market share. And then so I have a very, because I care so much about small businesses, I have a very conservative business model that allows people to use, it's called a freemium model. And so the freemium model, I want people to test it. I want you to bring your business in and use one category, see how it works, see how it affects your business, see how you grow. And then from there, we have a subscription model that allows you to add, because we want to be your business partner. throughout your journey of your company. And so what do we have as traction? So as of right now for traction, we have currently tested 50 businesses by trade. I'm a fractional CFO. I'm also a consultant. So I'm able to use my consultancy to use my theory on these businesses. And I'm also a Georgia State professor. So in these, as a Georgia State professor, I'm able to integrate and use my students to be able to consult with other small businesses with my framework. So we have a proven test model that this actually works. And my goal is to use the funding that you guys have, potentially give as an MVP for me to build out the actual app and continue my research as we go forward and to throw it into beta testing, and then by Q3 have 3,000 users. And so as the Catalyst wheel, my goal is to close that decision deficit. I'm currently a doctoral student at Georgia State University, and what I realize is that when business owners have clarity, they make smart decisions. When they make smart decisions, they make more money. When they make more money, they hire more people. When they hire more people, the community improves. So, thank you so much.
Greatly appreciate it, Mr. Mike. And just wanted to ask, so the 5K will go towards building the app out, correct? Building out the app?
Yes, it'll go towards the beta, yeah.
How much overall would it take? I assume the 5K is just a portion of what it would take.
Yeah, it'll create an MVP. So it'll give me an opportunity to see how the app actually moves. So early, they have so many platforms that allows us to build this on a low income, right? Low rate or whatever. We don't have to spend for the large portion, but it'll probably cost me close to about 60 to 70,000 to actually complete the entire app.
This will allow you to see it and then additional.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's allow me to create my MVP.
What's your plan for, I guess, getting there as far as getting 60,000? Do you have any?
Oh, more like this, right? Being involved more like this, getting inside more in the community, letting the users use it, right? So once you start letting the people actually use it, if you get that traction, then I'll be able to prove more why I deserve more money to be able to build it. But the MVP should be able to help give me that traction I need. Yeah. Absolutely.
So you talked about my research. Can you talk a little bit about what research you did for this project and also what the testing phase involved?
Absolutely. So I'm studying right now entrepreneur ecosystems, which is really the case of Atlanta, and we're measuring connectivity. So I'm working a lot with business owners as it pertains to accelerators, things like this. And incubators to be able to see how do they actually work with these businesses, how do they scale, how do they grow. So I was able to have intimate research to find out what are the dynamic capabilities that these businesses are having to be able to have the success. And I saw the gap between large business owners and that actually have support, and then other business owners that don't. And it usually derives in the team around them that forces them, because they wear so many hats, it's very tough for them to discern choice.
Do you have a predetermined model that is embedded into the program, or are you able to tailor-make the program based on the business needs?
It's based on the business needs, right? So because it's a combination of both. So the questions that I synthesized were able to come through, I use all the frameworks, and so I was able to power that into AI to be able to create a system that allows you to grab the ball, and then once you put your personal information, it'll give you your personal information back. Similar to the way we use AI now for our personal lives. It's just embedded with the frameworks.
Where are you located?
I am in Atlanta, Georgia, so I'm actually up the street. I have a house that I bought right up the street in Decatur. I live in this area. I care about this area, and so this is the area I want to impact.
So it's a home-based business?
This is me. So yeah, when I get done studying, I'm working.
Any other questions? Time for one more. We got one more.
I probably just missed it in my mind, trying to follow one more time on the frameworks and how they connect to everything that you have going on?
Absolutely. I had my MBA from, and I was taught at GSU. I was did the SWOT analysis. I was taught the Pestel analysis. I was taught the McKinsey 7. I was taught, and all these things that we're taught, we're able to help our, produce business owners quality of decision making, and those things produce, increase, profit outcomes, right? Because we have to help our stakeholders and things. We have jobs and responsibilities, and so we don't rely on that. Right? We rely on data to inform our decisions, to be able to make choices. And so many of us business owners out here, we don't have these decisions, but we still have everyday business that we have to do. And so our decisions is really what causes us to be able to either thrive, survive, or die. And so I've kind of understood that. And so I really think these frameworks are the reason to help us. So what I figure is that I can give the $1 billion corporations, if I can put that in every entrepreneur's hands, we'll be better off.
And outside of the app, are you working with businesses right now?
I am, every day. Absolutely, every day.
You're already doing the work. The app is just going to help too.
The app will allow me to reach more people.
All the time.
All right, everybody give it up for this lot. We are past the halfway point. Thank you for your attention. And oh my goodness, I mean, we keep getting a little bit higher and a little bit higher. So we're almost there, Lions. We're almost there. But the decision really rests with you all. Giving away $2 $5,000 checks. There's no pressure there on picking two out of the great presentations we had. So I just want to point that out and make them feel a little bit of the pressure. But because we don't have to decide, we can sit here and watch and be in awe of the presentations. So here's what we're going to do. We have our sixth pitch coming up. We have Mr. Chris Ozar. So Mr. Ozar, if you would like to come into the Lions stage. Good morning. My name is Chris Ozar. I'm the proud owner of Ozar Chronicles. And my mission statement is to ensure that my photography guides the viewer's eyes in seeing that a winner bloom and that as beautiful as a body was. My vision statement to create a marketplace for subjective, abstract interpretation, framing where all works of art can be framed in-house and sold to customers all over the world. Tools of the trade, lighting equipment, backdrops for portraits, studio spaces, and Sigma lenses. My method analysis, I take pictures of people and places and film the pictures for a fee for the preferred choice of wood, glass, metal, hanging paints. The target market analysis, the market is, abuzz with demands for oversized frames. I do like to buy and make big frames, and usually most people consider aesthetic appeal. Many art lovers choose frames based on eco-friendliness and type of woods. Products and services. Ozar Chronicles offers in-house photo sessions to customers. And customers basically post for pictures to be taken, and digital prints are sent via email to the customers for a fee. The framed photos are sold to customers who find such work appealing. Also, framed photos are sold at galleries, online marketplaces like Etsy, Fine Arts America, and Shutterstock. My brand position, I use the 4 Ps of marketing: product, price, promotion, and price.
These four principles help in sustaining my business and engenders customer loyalty, making my products stand out in the market sector. Products. My products are photography and framing. My brand offers frame pictures of people and places. My customers are repeat customers who appreciate the quality of my work. Frames, moldings, unfinished wood, finished wood, metal frames. My prices are affordable, and I do offer discounts, especially for repeat customers. So my executive summary is that we believe, me and my friends and people who help me out, that a job is not done until it's well done. My company prides itself as a business that uses the art of photography to showcase the best in its customers. I believe the work of photography is not complete until framed with either old or avant-garde materials using the best technology available. I interpret my photography as an art that brings people and places back to life. With my photography, everybody and everything are alive. These are some samples of my frame work. This is in Colorado, Denver, Colorado, 16th Street Mall. I used to live in Colorado, so that's one of my favorite hangouts. This is maybe Colorado. I took this picture on the very day that I was moving to Georgia, and it was such a beautiful place, and I said I'm going to capture this, and the lighting was perfect. So I'm very proud of this picture. This is one of my favorite places at DeKalb. I like this picture a lot. And this is Piedmont. Took this picture about 4 years ago. One of my favorites. This is Coca-Cola. I like the lighting. It was so perfect. And I didn't know it was going to turn out this way. And this is self-explained, so you can see what it is. And yeah, thank you very much. And this is Greenville, South Carolina.
The Lions.
Thank you, Mr. Ozor. One question I have, and I'll move it along, is how do customers find you, and how do you find customers?
Yes, I currently am sharing a studio with a colleague of mine, but I don't usually wait for people to find me. I do take my business to the people. I attend show events. I go to galleries to display my work, and word of mouth. I talk to people and ask them to spread the good news about my photography.
So with the, if you were awarded the $5,000, how would you put it to use?
My most pressing need would be studio space. Secondly, Sigma lenses, so that I can do other genre of photography. And then lighting equipment, and backdrops for portraits. I really want to get into portraits. So those 4 areas are the areas that I'm going to concentrate on and spread my wing.
Okay. And what would studio space, additional studio space, what would that do for you? What are you thinking?
Well, I have like a bigger ambition. There are so many people who have skill sets in framing. I want to create an environment, where people can do their own framing, by themselves and buy their materials without waiting for me to do it for them. But that is the downstream hope. But just being able to bring joy to people and being able to bring people back to life, dead or alive.
What makes you different from other photographers and framers?
Well, I consider my love for photography as just not, taking the pictures. Framing is a big part of photography. So I always, sell the framing aspect of what I do and give my customers options, for them to have their pictures framed. But as I said, what I'm going to do with the picture is actually allow them to frame it themselves as far as I have the equipment so that, they will be satisfied.
And what is the average cost of a framed picture?
$1,000. $1,000.
What is the cost to make the frame versus the projected profit from the frame?
Well, usually I don't determine the cost. It depends on what the customer wants. If they want finished wood, that would increase the price. If they want unfinished wood, that would reduce the price. So it depends on what they want. That will actually determine the price they pay for the product.
And where's your studio that you're currently in located?
It's in Midtown, about 30 minutes from here. Any more questions?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lee.
Well, thank you very much.
Mr. Ozar has made his case for $5,000, $5,000. Do you want it? It might be in pennies. How are we gonna pay them? I don't know. Probably not in pennies. In nickels, okay, nickels, that goes a bit further. We want the folding kind of money. So, the seventh pitch, and we're getting close, you all, to the end. And judges, you've heard a lot. I've seen a lot of the pens moving. I hear the questions being thrown out at these lions as they make this pitch, and you're not done. Your job is not done yet. So if you need to take another sip of coffee over here, Mr. Williams, you can do that because you're gonna need it. Because we have our seventh pitch coming up. We have Mrs. Amal Jabby. Come on out to the Lions Den.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Anajabi, the queen of fresh pastries. My business is Darman. My business will turn 2 years next month. So maybe it can be a good celebration.
Get closer to the microphone.
Okay. I'm Anajabi. The bakery is in my soul. I ran a bakery back home, and between Mediterranean and North African culture, and I was trained in a prestigious school in Paris. So when I moved to Atlanta, really I noticed a gap. I missed it myself, the fresh pastries that it comes from the farmers to the pastry, and you smell the freshness. And that when Darman was born. It's a mobile artisan bakery bringing freshness, organic pastries. So my target is people that they are seeing freshness, craft, and convenience. And for here, what I noticed, the problem that they have here, it's most bakeries they don't use local seasonal ingredients. So we lose the freshness and the connection between the products and the origin. And people here, really they are looking for authentic, handmade, baked goods and space to connect. This connection, you feel the warmth of the space. So that's why Ahmed is here. So bringing freshness, Ahmed, bringing freshness, local sources, and at the same time, to be flexible in location. When I get the card, I will be flexible to be in a private and corporate event that foster connection over really food and coffee. That's the three of them, so that's what I say. You get usually set up in a various locations, from farmers market to corporate events, offering like a proximity and the freshness. So here, why Daramal? That's the market. We will have premium pastry and coffee experience. And here, the core value of the business is the freshness and quality. It's a local sourcing. It's like working with the local farmers, and everything is made by hand with love within 24 hours. So no need to wait for 3 days. It will be from the oven to the customer. And here, integrity, transparency. We will be transparent with the customers. We know what we are using. Everything is local, from the neighbor to the neighbor, from the neighbor farmers to the neighbor customers. So here, to be honest with you, I'm here for $5,000 because I'm booked on November and December. I'm really booked. I have a contract with Diller Perimeter. I have a contract with Saks Fifth Avenue. I have a contract with Gucci. I have another one with Atlantic Station. I have many customs orders. So that you can see, this is the last event that I had this last Sunday. It was an event that I charged $1,000 for 3 hours, and everything, because it's a launch of a fragrance that costs $500, and me, I customize. Like what they have as a smell, I put in the suite. It's like the same smells, it's the flavors. So it's not what you see in your event when you read it, or wherever, you will not have it with the others. So that's my job, and that's why I have a lot of connection, and I'm really good. I will not say like I know my accent is French and English. I'm trying to defend my business because I believe in my business. I believe in my business. I need you, and I'm so lucky to be in this country that you push us to be the best version. And I'm so happy. I will check my check. So please, 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 I need my money.
Thank you for that lively presentation. So you said you've been in business for 2 years. So where are your business located? Oh.
So we do admire your passion. But I have a question. Is the menu set, or does the individual get to choose which type of bakery item that they would like at their event?
So I have two sides. One for the corporate, so everything is customized. Depends on the event, to the topic, to the perfume, to what they want. And I have the second one for the farmers market, for the pop-up. It's like a regular one that goes with the local fruits and the local ingredients and seasoning. Like this time is the time for apple. So we need to promote the business of Georgia. We are in Georgia, okay? So we need to enjoy the freshness. And the time for the pecan, and the time for peaches. We have many, I'm in love for the farmers market. So we can know that we are in Georgia, and we are here to promote our own local ingredients.
So what's a typical product you would sell at the market and how much does it cost?
Yeah, so for the market, I have like a regular one. It's a pie with the crumble. So now it's with apple. Before it was with peaches. So the price starts with $8.
I wish you had brought samples. No, it's okay. I'm just saying, you're making me hungry. Where do you source your ingredients? You talk about using local ingredients.
Yeah, so as a part of vendor in the farmers market here, DeKalb, that I'm missing yesterday because I need to be here. So it's from the farmers markets. It's with the farmers. I like to work with them and support local as you are here supporting us.
And it sounds like you're expanding a lot, and so how are you handling the growth as your business? How are you expanding and handling the growth? Yeah.
So right now I'm hiring someone that he can do the basic. At the same time, I have a part-time, and sometimes I feel I have people that they work with me hourly when I have the big events.
Ms. Javi, definitely enjoyed your presentation, enjoyed the energy and enthusiasm that you bring with what you do. Wanted to ask, if you were to be awarded this $5,000, what would it go towards regarding your business?
Yeah, so as I explained, the plan was for the carts, mobile carts, yes, and for the coffee machine. That's what I want.
And the mobile cart, is that like a?
Yeah, it's here. It's like that one you can see here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you can go around and set up kind of.
So it's like this kind of mobile cart. So you can set up your pastries, and you have a coffee, and you promote at the same time the different kind of farmers that they are here, because I'm not promoting just my final product, but I'm promoting the people that I provide from there. And why I want like 2 carts, now I have mini events are coming up, so if I rent the cart, it would cost like $300, so the margin will be really short for me. And at the same time, I need to rent the coffee machine. So it would be like, it would be so limited. So this cart, it can be at Saks Fifth Avenue for the lunch for mini fragrances, and one she can be at dinners, and after when you finish in the morning, can be in the afternoon, can be across the street at Neiman Marcus. So I want it to be everywhere. Moving.
Got time for more? If you have one more in line?
So do you have a central kitchen that you work out of, and then from there you use your mobile?
Yes, I have up here the divan here at the kitchen. Yeah, that's the central kitchen that I'm working.
All right, thank you, Ms. Did she just say she gonna cook for you, and then you can bottle it up and take it home so you can remember? Man, you know, Ms. Jamie, I think the only thing you left is some of the good delicacies that you made. So next time, hey, we need to talk about some favorites. We'll talk about that. All right, well, y'all, look, I know y'all getting good and hungry, right? What time is it? Okay, we get to see. She's talking about food, my stomach growling. But you know, we still got a job to do. I love the energy. I love when people are passionate about what they do. But I guarantee you that with this next pitch, you're gonna hear some passion as well. So we're gonna invite Miss Nyasha Matatu to come into the Lion's Den.
My name is Nyasha Matatu, and I'm the founder of Gaki, a healthy snack bar that doesn't taste boring. A few years ago, I went through a painful journey. I was diagnosed with hemorrhoids, a condition caused by chronic constipation. I felt all alone, embarrassed, ashamed, so I suffered in silence. Until one day it was too much and I sought the doctor's help. And the doctor said, if you do not increase your fiber intake, the next thing is surgery. I was terrified. So I went out and I ate every high fiber food product you could think of. I ate the beans, I was gassed, I was blown. I ate the fiber powders and I hated them. I would close my nose and chuck them down my mouth. It felt so grateful. So I thought, why is taking care of my gut health feeling this grateful, this clinical, this boring? And that is when Godly was formed. See, I'm not alone in this journey. 95% of you in here are not consuming enough fiber, and we are not aware of it. 95 million Americans today suffer from gut health issues, constipation, bloating, all these issues that we suffer from. So where do we come in as Godly? We offer you a fun snack that gives you, so we're like, your snack with benefits. You snack with benefits. So we are bold, as you can see, we are very bold. We are unapologetic about our health. We are for the Gen Z who are snacking every three times per day. They are snacking. So we are for you. We speak your language. You own your gut health, and we get you. So this is our products. What do we offer? 13 grams of fiber. And oh, we didn't forget about the protein. You love it and we love it too. 11 grams of protein. Zero drama, no nasties, and real ingredients for real people just like you and me. So today we're asking for 5,000 to scale up our pilot production. We already have a recipe in place, and we are going to distribute through our website that we're building, but we're also building a community on social media, and the buzz is starting. This is for those who own their gut, and the Gen Z understand that language. So today, judges, you see just our snake bars, we are bigger than this. We see ourselves growing beyond just the snack bar. We are going to own cereals, we're going to own gummy bears. We are going to be part of your daily routine. You eat 3 times a meal, we are there for you. But the vision is not just for us to do this alone. The community that has supported us, we're going to carry it along the way. So we are going to, for every fiber product that you buy, we're going to go ahead and donate a portion to support nutrition services that are affecting childhood malnutrition in our communities today. We also want to be able to empower and give jobs to underserved minority women in our communities. I'm one of them, and I understand their struggle. So Godly is beyond your God. We say, on your health, on your health, on your well-being. We are in this together, and thank you.
Where do you currently sell your product?
Oh, thank you for that answer. So we are in Canvas. We are not yet available online. We're still formulating, so that's why we need a 5,000 for us to do the first 1,000 pilot batch that we'll be able to distribute. So, but we're located in Canvas, Georgia.
So where do you source your ingredients for?
That's the very good part of it. We are supporting local farmers right here in Georgia. So we are buying either from farmers market or going out to local farmers that we do have.
And who are the individuals that assist you in identifying the perfect ingredients to provide these benefits of no more constipation?
Thank you. So we are growing, but I have over 10 years of working in the agricultural food security space. I have a master's from Notre Dame in Sustainable Development, and I have a background from Michigan State, and where I worked on agriculture specifically. So I do understand food issues, and I've spoken also at the United Nations about food security issues. So these are things that I'm not only passionate, but I've lived them. So we're also partnering also with local food scientists at the University of Georgia. We're going to look for partnership with them so that they assist us with the right protocols of how to do this.
What are some of the ingredients that you use in your product?
Should I say them all? You guys are going to steal our ideas. I cannot really tell you exactly exactly everything at the moment, but I want to tell you that these are superfoods that we have. Think of us as, how do I put this? We're gonna have the grains that you know, right? We're gonna have the oats that you know, but also bringing in superfoods that you might not be aware of, like amaranth, that has more fiber that you can think of. So we're going to source out some of those products that are not really on the market, but also uplifting community farmers that are farming them, but they're underutilized.
And what is your production plan? What does it look like to actually produce the product?
Yes, so the first thing right now, we have the recipe in place. So the plan is to go with it to UGA, University of Georgia. They have a food systems department that works with small businesses to develop their products ready for market. So they have to do a testing of our products for shelf life. That's the most important part. If we develop a recipe in-house, it has to be able to withstand if it's going to be shipped over to New York, how long it's going to stay on the shelf. So they will do all that for us. And if that is passed and through, we're ready to go. We'll ship through our website, we'll ship through TikTok, we're ready to go.
I appreciate the presentation today, and I definitely think it's something that can help out just like a lot of Americans. 95 million is a lot. Could include me.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. We don't talk about it. We all have some issues.
I think there's a fiber deficit with people right now. But what I wanted to ask, I know you said you plan to work with UGA on production and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
How are you currently producing the products?
So yes, currently what we've done is been in-home. So nothing yet has gone to the market. So what I'm telling you is what we're planning to do. So this has been me testing the recipe at home, asking my friends and relatives to taste, and going out to say, hey, can you taste this? How does it taste? But we're not yet allowed to be able to scale up and sell outside. So it has to be, they have some safety issues that we have to address before we do that.
Okay.
But the response has been really amazing. We did some surveys, 8 out of 10 were loving. Some didn't even know that they had like 16 grams, 13 grams of fiber in it. Because when you pick up your fiber, when you are snacking, I'm gonna call out some names, but let me just say, the unkind kind of bar when you're picking up from your shelf, you're just consuming. Most of us are not reading the labels, but the Gen Zs are paying attention. They do flip and read the ingredients and see what's inside. So we're catering for that, and we want to provide that nutritious ingredient in that.
What does it look like the road forward towards being able to offer it, via storefront, or being able to offer it online?
Yes.
I know UGA is one part of it, but what are some of the other?
Yes, so after UGA has proved that it's safe to go, we're going to look for a co-manufacturer. We do need a co-manufacturer that's going to scale up the production. So we cannot do 1,000 barrels from my kitchen, so a co-manufacturer is needed for that. So a co-manufacturer and a co-packager, that's the two people that we're going to work with.
Okay. And my last question, I was very long time. I'm always interested. I'm interested in fiber, but also like protein, also sugar and sodium content. Do you know how much sugar and sodium is in there?
Yeah, so think of us as Poppy. You know what Poppy did to soda? We're kind of like Poppy for the snacks. So we are also limiting. We're also limiting the sugar intake. We're aware of that, but it's just that most of our snacks are protein, and when you look at the fiber, it's just 2 grams. So we are also addressing all those issues. I'm just not saying them, but we're in there addressing them.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mr. Tatu. So what I heard is the last one's gonna fill you up, but this one's gonna clean you. What? Woo! All right. So gut health is important, people. It is important. So we can have some fun and wow, 8 pitches so far, 8 total pitches, and you got 1 more to go. And the judges are going to take a moment, and they're going to have to deliberate after the end of this one. And just for your information, we also have a crowd that is streaming. They're watching us online to see all these amazing pitches. So hello to all you people out there. Yeah, so you're international, you're national, and we all right here local, baby. Because that's what these businesses are representing. They're representing, remember, DeKalb, Rockdale, and Newton County. So these are local businesses that we'll see out in our communities, and that's what makes it so important. So without further ado, we're going to ask our last person to come up to the pit, or should I say people. I'm asking for Miss Kelsey and Mr. Mike Daniels to come into the Lions Den.
y'all give us a second, just working through some things. If we want to give a hand to Corey over here, he's been holding it down as far as
desserts. Let me just tell y'all how this was the absolute best cheesecake I have ever had. It wasn't really thick and like stuck on the back of your throat. It was light, it was airy. The fruit inside of it is fresh. I want y'all to really understand this entire thing is an experience.
Welcome to the experience. I'm Mike.
And I'm Kelsey, and we are the owners of Dorothy's Desserts. Dorothy's Desserts was born from an 80-year-old recipe passed down from my grandmother, Dorothy. She baked with love, faith, and a deep sense of community. Her cakes were the centerpiece of every celebration. And today we honor her legacy with our family-oriented online cheesecakery and home of Atlanta's award-winning sweet potato cheesecake.
Our mission is simple. It's to make people happy, bring families back together, introduce a nourishment that will feed your body and your soul.
One cheesecake at a time. Dorothy's Desserts operates out of our shared kitchen located in DeKalb, Georgia, where we craft our premium, scratch-made combination cheesecakes, led by our award-winning sweet potato cheesecake. It is a soulful indulgence of Southern tradition. Made with real ingredients and signature spices, we offer them in a variety of flavors and sizes. But we're more than just a dessert. We are a platform of economic empowerment and social change.
Y'all, we're creating local partnerships with farmers and producers to not only feed the community, but to grow and teach within the school system.
Yes, community impact programs serving undeserved neighborhoods through our semi-annual Bake and Clean the Community events, as well as holiday giving opportunities and other outreach opportunities.
My favorite thing is the mentorship program. We get to go into schools, help these little babies turn a sweet potato into a cheesecake. And it's so beautiful.
Dorothy's Kitchen was a classroom, and through our efforts, we are building spaces that carry that legacy forward.
Our brand has been built through social media. It has also been built through direct sales, fairs, festivals, and numerous events throughout Atlanta.
Our customers are loyal. Even through seasonal slowdowns, our customers keep showing up because Dorothy's Desserts is not just a treat, it is tradition. Our market sales reflect a brand built on resilience, relationship, and repeat love.
Our product is proven. Over the past 12 months, Dorothy's Desserts has generated consistent revenue. It proves product market, brand loyalty, and a growing demand. We're ready to scale, y'all.
With this $5,000 Lionsgate grant, we will expand our physical capacity to meet growing demand,
Prepare for a retail build-out space.
amplify our marketing to increase our brand visibility and customer engagement.
Activate high-impact events that connect and inspire the community.
This grant isn't just funding, it will be fuel for our business.
Dorothy's Desserts is more than a business, it's a movement.
We're baking with purpose, we are building with love, and we're scaling with strategy. Every cheesecake that we sell helps to hire, mentor, and uplift our community.
Every dollar invested helps us grow a legacy that feeds more than stomachs. It feeds your soul.
When you support Dorothy's Desserts, you're not just backing a product, you're backing a promise.
To make people happy, to build community, to create change, one slice at a time. I'm Mike.
And I'm Kelsey, and we are the owners of Dorothy's Desserts.
Thank you all for that. I'm sure you're probably delicious. I got a little touch of it right here. I'm gonna taste it right now. We definitely appreciate you. Quick question. What events do you have that are coming up?
Coming up in Pittsburgh, the Marriott Square Market every Saturday. And then we also are in the Lava Mega Market of a pizzeria that's in East Point, off of Silver Road. So they have a upcoming event. Most of our things are farmers market stuff, and then we do fall festivals as well.
And not to mention, it's the busiest time of the year. Fall. Thanksgiving, everyone would like to try the sweet potato cheesecake. A lot of people who's not from Georgia come just to try the sweet potato cheesecake.
Awesome. I look forward to it. Question. So then you all have a shared kitchen, right? Shared kitchen space. Okay. Can customers come there and purchase as well?
They can come there and do either pre-orders or pick up delivery and ship nationwide. Or they can come there to pick up. But it's really where they at.
About how many products have you sold this year or since you started?
Like product type or just the amount?
Just the amount.
Well,
At least 500 pies, because we're in the market every single week. So we sell a lot of our new cheesecakes. The whole pies, I would say a lot of our value in 1 month is going to come from those. That's our biggest kind of Thanksgiving, we ship everywhere, so it usually doubles.
that 500 probably gonna triple in about the next 90
It's pretty busy.
And the 5,000, so you mentioned freezer capacity, retail space, marketing, and events. So those are a lot of different areas that it seems like it would be more than $5,000. So where would the other funds come for those?
Well, the other funds, we are applying for other grants. We have done some crowdsourcing and we had individual investments as well as family grants.
And the most beautiful part about it, our infrastructure that we're going out, it would not be more expensive than $10,000. So the $5,000 would be more so the administrative, whereas on the back end, we'll cover the other difference.
And I am curious, I'd love to learn or hear a little bit more about your community impact events. Like, what does that look like on a monthly basis or weekly?
Yeah, so with our baking stuff, we do that semi-annually. We also do it around Thanksgiving. We do Thanksgiving drives with our local churches and communities for pies. They give out turkeys, we give out pies. So we do that. That's pretty much annually, but we do have weekly time. We do toys for pies, things like that. Every month, though, we're doing some type of community event in our local area. Regardless if that's a cleanup or going to the schools to teach them about baking, things like that.
My favorite part, I get to read to the babies. I am animated at all times, so I'm in multiple elementary schools throughout Georgia, the Atlanta area specific. We just go in and educate them about transformation of food, hygiene, and other different coping skills that has nothing to do with baking. We are a community and it takes a village. So sometimes when we go into the school, it has nothing to do with baking. It's how to be a civilized person.
So I'm sure you buy your products in bulk, but how much does it cost to make a pie and how much do you sell the pie for?
So our mini pies, they cost about $1.54 to make. The whole pies, they cost $10.03 to make. We wholesale pies, and we also sell to restaurants in bulk fashion. When we wholesale the pies, we're wholesaling for $3.50 for the minis. Our retail prices are $8 for the mini pies. The whole pie retail is $35.
And I'm sure the two of you cannot make 500 plus pies in the next 2 months, so what does your staff look like?
You're looking at them. We run off a lot of coffee, sweet potatoes, and sleep deprivation. Yeah. So.
But you go by hours. During the normal months, it might not be there using that capacity. In these months, we're definitely there day, night, overnight. Yeah.
I know it's been 80 years that, with the grandmother, but how long have you all been in business?
Okay, we've been in business since 2021. We actually started bringing the pies to pop-ups in about 2018, and really just asking my grandma for something else to bring besides buffalo chicken dip. And she was like, try this pie, and we took it to work, to church, and then when people start asking to pay for it, we made it to it.
See, they keep making us hungry here. What are y'all doing to us? Y'all done brought full of stuff. We can't divide that up. Look at all these folks. These folks out here salivating. But wow. So 9 pitches. I told you we're going to move through that quite quick. The pitches that have 5 minutes questions, we've gone through 9 total pitches. So I know y'all have been sitting here for quite a while. So here's what we're gonna do. I need you to take a very quick bio break, and we have our friends from Amazon here. I told you they have a very special thing they're gonna do for you. They're gonna host a fireside chat, but you might actually get something. So I encourage you to take a break. That's gonna give our judges the opportunity to go and refresh and have a lunch back in the HR conference room. And so there's a meal there, and for our special guests. But you all go and make those hard decisions. You're giving away you're not giving away, the foundation and Amazon are giving away two $5,000 checks to two of these pictures that you I said did y'all hear me? That's $10,000 that's about to leave this building. And so they have the hard decision now to go and take a few moments and deliberate. And they're gonna come back and join us at 12:30, and we're gonna have the final the final check presentation. And so, did I have any other? Everybody gets lunch. Everybody get lunch. You get lunch. You get lunch. You get lunch. You get lunch. So everybody's gonna go down and get lunch. How about that? Y'all good with that? We're gonna feed you. All right. So I don't know. Maybe we have some cheesecake, so we can do some virtual counseling, or we can get all the things worked out. But whatever the case may be, so take a moment, grab you something to eat for your time and your patience with us, and we'll come back here in just a moment. Bring your food back in here, because as I said, our friends from Amazon are going to do a fireside chat.
We have a business, let's launch on Amazon. What did that kind of learning mindset look like in practice for you as you scaled?
Amazon University is amazing. It has got everything. Yeah, I mean, granted, it's a job to get through everything. We are signed up to be a beta tester. I am like the queen of beta. You got a beta product? Bring it on. Let's try it. We love trying different things. And as big as Amazon is, it's not that big. They still will reach out to us and be like, hey, I got a cool product. You want to try it? This might be a cool fit for you. So those things alone really have helped us, and we are not scared to try new things in Amazon and try different, different procedures and different things. And then one thing I did learn that it's kind of Amazon's world, and you just can't go in and think you're going to change everything. If you learn the rules, follow the rules, it's going to be so much better than thinking you're going to buck the system. It just doesn't work. But if you go in there, you follow the rules, and you're a seller, and you work really hard, you're going to find success.
Have you also been looking at scaling your business abroad as well?
Actually, yes. Canada was the first country we went to, and then now we're in the UK, and we're working on Japan now. So we're hoping to have France, and one thing about our testing kits is we have to have them in different languages, so that's a little bit of something that slows us up a little bit. But other than that, yeah, Amazon has been amazing. Amazon Canada was one of the first ones we leaped into, and that's been amazing for us.
So you guys are all selling around the world from Canada, Europe, Japan even. But let's take it local. How have you guys, and I know you've mentioned you've been trying to work with different local employment agencies. Can you tell us a bit about that and how else you've been able to translate this success of this family business into helping out your community? And you mentioned, it's really about families.
Yeah, so we're a family business, so when people hear that, often you think about, well, it's just the family that owns the business and they're benefiting, right? And I'll hear people talk about wanting to start a business for their family and legacy. But at the end of the day, you recognize that people matter, and all people are made in God's image, and they have value, and therefore you care for people. And so as we need people to produce what we do, we get connected with families. And so within the refugee community or within the Atlanta community, we've got a number of people that work for us that are Grady babies, right? They didn't just move into Atlanta. They are Atlantans, and they're from here. And really seeing that diverse blend and mix has been beautiful. When we started working in the refugee community, I remember we would start with saying, well, we need English maybe 7 or 8 from a communication standpoint, right? Flash forward, last year is one of my favorite stories. We need some additional hands. A lady shows up for a job interview.
She speaks nothing but French and Swahili. No one on our team speaks French and Swahili. Her husband brings her and says to our operations manager, by the way, can you give her a ride home? She says, I take the bus. I can't do that. So she looks at her and says, I'm sorry, I don't think this is going to work out. The next day, my ops manager comes in about an hour late. She had an appointment. I came in later, and one of the ladies in the back says to her, hey, the two ladies came in, we've had them working. What two ladies? The first lady went and got somebody that had a car and brought her there. They've been working for an hour, so apparently we don't really need English. I walk over, I meet them, I whip out my phone, and we're working on Google Translate to be able to communicate. Again, flash forward, it's been a year and a half. One just celebrated being with us, the other lady just celebrated having their first job. So it's amazing when you begin to realize if you meet people where they are and value people, what that can do for your team and really how it blesses your business. Beyond that, you know, Amazon last year had an event called Sellers in Your Community that they invited us to come and just share our story, and we did that at the Georgia Chamber of Commerce. Out of that, we met one of the judges, Dr. Katrina Young, was with beside DeKalb and says, hey, we need to come visit you, you're in DeKalb County. Joshua Williams, who's here at Georgia Piedmont Technical, used to be with beside DeKalb. I met Joshua there. There was an event here that we did a couple months ago, and then Josh is here, and we've connected recently. We got connected through that. We got a membership offered to us with the Georgia Chamber of Commerce, which we've been on this year. We got an opportunity to compete. We're part of a Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce Export Challenge now, where they're helping to grow us and what our business is overseas with that focus right now on Mexico. We worked with Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has a group called the Georgia Manufacturing Enterprise Program that they want to help Georgia manufacturers. They were great to come in. We just launched 5 weeks ago with the Georgia Innovation Center that UGA has 4 students in on a senior project working on our inventory management. It's been amazing just to see the connections. And then here at Georgia Piedmont Technical, I was here, I want to say 4 or 5 weeks ago, and then they were in our business 3 weeks ago. I'm pushing hard for technical colleges in Georgia to train people on Amazon. Because you hear training for Google and you hear it for email, but really this is an ecosystem where people can thrive and have jobs. And our team is not just local. We've got people that we're employing on other sides of the world really because they're people taking the time to learn that slice of the pie, or slice of the cheesecake, that they need to be able to understand for us to thrive. Well, that exists here as well. So the opportunity when you're building your business as an entrepreneur, it's never just about you. It really is about your community and people that you can engage with. And as you begin to realize that we're very global as well, you'll find that people from another global economy, wherever they may be or locally, you can get involved with them. And it's not just about how they understand and work with who you are. You'll find that if you change who you are to meet who they are, there's so much more benefit that you can experience.
So, if I got this right, are you still doing the testing for all of your kits that you send around the world in Lawrenceville?
That is correct, yes. So we're the manufacturer, we're also the testing facility, we're pretty much everything here in Georgia. And one of the things that we love, because we're the manufacturer, we create our own kits. We use a company called Creative Enterprises, and they're adults with special needs. And so they're the ones who do all our boxes. And so we love that opportunity. They love us, we love them. We are a dog-friendly office. So a lot of times we'll load the dogs up and take it over and let the dogs visit with them. They just have a blessing, and they are so invested in our company, they're invested in our products. Our boxes are made with such pride. It's really important. We started that, I think, back in 2018, and they really saved our butts during COVID. And they were able to continue and keep us, going. And then because we also do testing for pets and people, we're really big involved in the shelters. And we donated, like 1,600 supplements and all kinds of kits and things like that to the local shelters. So that's a huge thing. And we even foster dogs with our company. Since we're pet friendly, we'll get a foster dog and we'll bring it into the office and things like that until we find the right family for it. So, yeah, little things like that, you know, it's just truly how we become involved.
So I'm wondering, you know, you guys have, seems to gone at light speed in terms of learning how Amazon works and then finding a way to use that success to sort of lift up the communities around you, whether it be who you employ or donating or, you know, even including them in your product development. And so for these folks that are here, I'm wondering what advice, if you could give one piece of advice to them as they look to scale their business, what would it be?
I'm gonna do two.
What's that all you got?
It's never too early or too late to find your passion and love it. I was 50 years old when I started Five Strands. In my heart, I always felt like there was a void. There was something I was meant to do, something bigger that I was meant to do, and I did not stop. I had a lot of crazy ideas. I followed a lot of schemes. There was a lot of things I did. My kids rolled their eyes at me all the time. But I knew I was meant for more. So every single day that I change lives is so critical. And another one is to use resources. I literally go back to school at 50 years old to learn how to run an e-commerce business. And I started with nothing. And I figured it out. And I used all the amazing resources that were out there. Resources in the community, Amazon, and all of that. And so it did help also that my business partners were at that time 20 and 21. And so they were able to also provide a lot of knowledge for me also. But again, it's never, ever, ever too early or too late to find your passion.
Yeah, I would, you know, I thought in this group and in the fact that you're sitting in a school is really, you gotta keep learning, right? The target moves sometimes, and Amazon is one that they're a big business. Last year, they moved the target 4 times on shipping. You could be frustrated when things move, but frustration does nothing, right? Unless you're gonna get the irritant like an oyster and produce a pearl, you gotta get into action, right? So what are you gonna learn? And the reality is sometimes you go, I can't learn all of this, but the reality you can learn one thing. And so it's figuring out how to partner with others. And there's so many of us that we're willing to share our stories because we recognize we're not working out of scarcity. Oh no, you're gonna steal my business. No, no, no. There's so much opportunity. We're working out of an abundance mindset. There are so many customers that we are all not gonna fill every need. Therefore, what we do, I know this in both of our businesses, we're not looking for somebody else's product to knock so that we can siphon off their sales. We're looking for what customers that we can help so that we can continue to grow. So keep learning. And if you go, well, I don't know where to learn, keep asking the questions. I love what AI is doing right now. I mean, AI is changing. At one point, we had a person that for 1 year did nothing but rewrite all of the copy for all of our Amazon items, right? At the end of the year, we had a bunch of old listings because many of them were now a year old. But with the tools that are out there with AI, we're learning them, and we're finding right now that we've rewritten, we can rewrite most of the catalog within 14 days. So just keep learning. Keep learning. The last thing I would add to, I'll give you a second one, is be ready to say yes. As an entrepreneur and as a business leader, you're ready to look for every no. You want a yes from other people, but you've got every reason why you're going to say no because you don't have enough time, enough energy, enough place. Be ready for the yes, right? And it may not be every yes, but be ready to say yes because how do you know if it's a good opportunity if you don't say yes? You'll shut down great opportunities just by closing your mind without being ready. So.
Well, folks, be ready to say yes and keep on learning. I hope you guys found their stories both informative and inspiring. So the opportunity is there if you have the determination, if you have the support around you. You know, we have the resources, whether it's here or whether it's with Amazon. And if you'd like to learn more about how to get started selling in Amazon store, we're actually going to have a set of follow-on webinars next month, one hosted by me and another hosted by my colleague. So for all the folks who are here, we're going to be working with the college to send out invites for that. So keep an eye out for that in your inboxes. But also, please join me in thanking both Lisa and DeKalb for sharing this. Thank you guys very much.
Hey, give it up for our friends at Amazon. You know, this money that our pitchers have been trying to make the case for, that's where the money coming from, right? So y'all excited about this? Are y'all ready for the announcement? Well, you know, hold on just a second. They write the big checks out right now. They write the big old checks out right now. 2 folks, 2 businesses about to walk away with $5,000. I don't know who it is. I'm just as excited as y'all. I don't know. So give us just a moment. If you need to refresh, and at any moment, no, that ain't the check. So wait on the check. The checks are coming. I'm looking for the money. That ain't the check. So just hold tight. They're writing the check. They're actually writing out the actual check and the big check. Oh, you walking home. When we said you're leaving with money, we're gonna make sure you leave with money. All right, so bear with us.
was just more precarious. Like, it was just a flash. Making sure it didn't fall.
So we're about to do our check presentation, so if everyone can come together, we're going to do our check presentation. So wow, Lions, what an event. You know, yeah, did y'all at least enjoy this? Was this a lot of fun? You know, it is always my great pleasure. You know, we have some great partners around our college institution. I hope you felt the energy from our economic development team, Mr. Josh Williams, Dr. Vanessa Collins. Where you at, Dr. Collins? Where you at? Yeah. I've heard rave reviews about the experience that you had. So you know that we really care about our small business community, and we're thinking about how do we continue this, and we're dreaming about how do we come up with a small business incubator so we can keep this kind of energy going to continue to support you all, and not just you all, but our entire small, because we want everybody to win. We know that when the waters rise, so do all the boats, and that's what we're about here at Georgia Piedmont Technical College. But you didn't hear me. You didn't come here to hear me pontificate about, you know, all the great things we're doing. You came for what's in my hand right here. And so we're going to get right on down to it. But before we go any further, I would like to invite my friend and one of our local board members, Ms. Tarita Rogers. She is the head of community affairs for Amazon. We have some words, and we want to tell us what we're doing. What was this about, Ms. Rogers?
Good morning. Good morning. Or afternoon, sorry. I'm just so excited to be here. I was telling him I drove in from an event we were doing in Birmingham on 2 wheels because I had to be here. And so just so excited to be here. And so what we're doing today is we were having a conversation about how do we support local entrepreneurs in the area and how we could partner to do that. And so we tossed around a couple of ideas, and the president called and he was like, I have an idea. He said, what do you think about like a Shark Tank? And I said, absolutely, a Lion's Den is where we're going to go with this. And so Amazon is just so excited to support this endeavor, the inaugural Lion's Den. A win-win for us to be able to see members of our community thrive and to learn more about your businesses, and then to start the discussion about how we can support you. You had the opportunity to meet 2 of our wonderful sellers, so we're excited to have them here. Thank you all so much for taking the time, as always. And so we're ready, you know, for the next incredible Amazon seller story right here. There are about 1,600 Amazon sellers in Georgia. And so we are ready to add you to that list. We're ready to see you grow and thrive. More than 60% of the items sold on our platform are from small and medium-sized businesses. So there is definitely a place for you at Amazon. If you have a product, if you have a service, we can also connect you to our supplier team because we do work with entrepreneurs in that area as well. And so now, because you didn't really come to hear me, we are going to celebrate 2 individuals and their companies. And so I heard you had some wonderful ideas, and I just can't wait to take a deeper dive into everything that you do. And after this, please, if you have questions, feel free to ask our team. Addie, thank you so much for being here, for leading the conversation. Tracy, thank you so much for coming in as well. So both of them actually came into Georgia just for this event to support you. So we're so excited.
So, I'm like, I don't know why I'm nervous. I was listening to the judges. Y'all gave them a hard time. I'm just telling telling me. You know, I know you're supposed to say that stuff when you do this kind of event. They had a hard time. And so that tells me that you all are passionate about what you do. And I actually remember telling somebody in conversation that, you know, y'all should have been on like the real thing, like television. You know, so don't let this be the stopping point for you. But so again, I'm excited for you, but we want to announce the first. This is right. I want you to be the announcer. Is that right?
Yes, and this is in no particular order. So we didn't have a first or second, we have co-winners. And so we are excited to announce L&L Crafty Farms. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I was really shocked. So thank you, because it was a tough competition here. I think these business people, we thank you so much. Amazon, Georgia Tech, Georgia Piedmont, thank you all. And come get crafty with us. And so I have the second winner. Oh, but before I announce it, this is my commercial break. Definitely help us spread the word about the things that are taking place in your community. So on social media, tag Georgia Piedmont Technical College, talk about this wonderful experience, because we definitely want people to understand about what's happening in these walls and the wonderful work that is done by the staff here at Georgia Piedmont Technical College. So none of this would be possible without the chambers helping us to reach our business partners. And you are our business partner. I'm already claiming it. You're part of the Amazon family. So with that said, it seems a good commercial. With that said, the second winner of our micro grant is Amal Jackson.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Thank you for your support. And thank you.
Dr. Hunt, you come up. This is our foundation director, Wendy. We're going to get a big picture for everybody.
Okay, on the count of three, can I just have everybody squeeze in more centrally? I want to get that logo in the background. Judges, get in here. I know, judges, get in here. Seems like there's like a blue side, right? Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Everybody say just like that, just like that.
Oh, this is this one.
All right.
Don't slide in there like that. Don't move. I want to slide in.